After the critical failure of Justice League, and trust me, it did not do well with audiences, including myself, I absolutely hate the movie. But Warner Brothers was thinking on making a sequel to it. Well, not really a sequel, but more like a spin-off, The Batman. And that really didn't go well for them.
Yeah. Oh, something is definitely bleeding.
Mainly it's because the character wasn't really the character himself. He actually was killing people during the movies, well, Zack Snyder's movies, and no one really wanted that from Batman. The only thing is that Zack Snyder just made him look cool, but that's not what Batman is about. So they decided to take a quick little break, see what we can do with the Batman IP, and then came the most anticipated movie, well, Batman movie I have seen fans crying out loud for, and I am one of them. God, this movie is so freaking good. Hey guys, just came back from the theater. Just saw The Batman, and I am doing this for the first time, a movie review. I really actually wanted to do this for a long time because I personally, myself, am a movie buff, and I just can't get enough about movies or certain movies that I love. So, yes, this is going to be very unscripted, only the first part. And I just really want to just put out my opinions because I feel like you're not really stating anything if you're just going by a script. So, yes, I want to talk about the Batman. So, first of all, this movie is fantastic no matter what. All right, I can see why everyone was going crazy for this film. I really understand it. This film is just made for Batman fans. Yes, I get that. I haven't played Batman in this channel only for a while. I have made a Batman Arkham Knight video, but well, I could say it did I guess a little bit well. I personally liked it. But me myself, I am a Batman fan. I there isn't that much games to, talk about it and stuff like that. But either way, this film is fantastic. You can feel the passion behind what Matt Reeves was trying to do for us. Every single moment in this film was great. They captured Batman perfectly. Bruce Wayne, I'm not sure. But Batman was amazing in this film. We got the Riddler, we got Commissioner Gordon, we got Catwoman, and of course, we got Batman. Unlike Zack Snyder, when you think of Batman, you don't think of hardcore action, him shooting people, him being all grumpy and all this stuff. That's not Batman. You think about the detective side, the intelligent side of Batman. And this movie dives into that very deeply. And that's why comic accuracy matters. Everyone has been waiting for a good Batman detective story like he always was in the comics, and you get that in this movie no matter what. Sure, there's some fight scenes. The fight scenes, I'll tell you right now, they are magnificent. They're beautifully shot. They're just amazing. There are so many times in the theaters where I just wanted to scream and saying, "Yes, this is how you do it." And well, I didn't because you got to watch the film. But they did catch Batman perfectly great when it comes to the detective part and him just trying to see him trying to figure out why the Riddler is doing this, how to stop him, and he does uncover some secrets along the way about his family, the Wayne family, showing that they're not really that perfect in this world, and he has to fight through that and just be his own person, while also trying to capture the essence of Batman being that fear to the criminals at night. It's just really amazing. The first part of the film is genuinely just, it's a masterpiece. It's straight up cinema. You're not going to be a Batman fan and look at the first part of the film and tell me, no, I hate this. It really starts off with all these criminals running around Gotham, going crazy. Some of them are trying to rob stores. Then the bat signal. This is actually happening while Batman or Bruce Wayne is like narrating, talking about the cesspool of it is when it comes to Gotham and stuff like that, being a vigilante. So while this one guy is robbing this convenience store, he looks up and he sees the bat signal. Now, this is where it gets crazy. He literally looks at the dark. There's nothing. It's just an alleyway. It's straight up dark, and he is afraid. That is Batman. The fear he strikes into criminals because they know that he's coming and they need to get the hell out of there before he puts them in a hospital. Then that really starts off the one scene that captured everyone's attention when we saw that first trailer at DC Fandom.
The hell are you supposed to be? I'm vengeance.
So the plot is pretty simple. The Riddler is the villain of the story. Well, I wouldn't say villain. He's more of a vigilante of himself, like Batman, but in a more sinister way. Obviously, they took a more grounded approach than the Jim Carrey route.
Does anybody else feel like a fried egg?
For the Riddler, and I'm gonna be honest, I am totally fine with that. He is still over the top like a Jim Carrey, but it works. It's more of a sinister way. So the Riddler works is that he wants to show the people of Gotham that the politicians, the rich, aren't that important. Because he grew up poor. So he starts killing some politicians. I can say a few because that's a spoiler, but he kills a few and that sparks Batman's attention and he starts trying to find out who is this Riddler and why is he doing this. And while he's doing that, like I said, some of these clues do lead back into Batman or Bruce, and they uncover very, very dark secrets about his family, which he has to confront Alfred about it, and he just really starts going head to head on, is my family that good, or it's just a make believe? It's it's all about Batman and his personality and Bruce and his personality in this story. He's very obsessive being Batman, which personally I love that. He's more or less just saying, I know I'm Bruce Wayne, I know I need to play this part, but I don't care. He literally says it himself. He doesn't care whatsoever. He is vengeance, he is the night, he is fear. He needs to protect the people of Gotham. And at the end, there is a special message for the Batman, like not that we've seen before, but it is very beautifully told, if you can say that. So in a way, there is a very moral code at the end of the movie. It's basically a character growth for the character itself of the Batman, not Bruce. Well, you know what? I'll say Bruce and Batman. Because it was a very heartfelt moment, and you really don't get these types of stories when it comes to media, at least. Comics, yes, but like movies, TV shows, you really don't get that. And that's what makes that final act more special. Everyone in this film was fantastic. Colin Farrell as the Penguin, I really don't know her name, Zoe Kravitz for Catwoman, Alfred, it's just Robert Pattinson. It was fantastic. Everyone played their part. The best part of the films were actually when Commissioner Gordon and the Batman were working together. Those were very special moments to me. It felt really great. Everything in this film was great. The second half, though, felt really, really dragged on. Like, it felt like a subplot got really plastered in there. Like, it just slaps you in the face. And at one point, I felt like, okay, this is actually kind of dragging on. But to its credit, it does connect to the main story. So you really can't really get mad at that. This movie just tells you why comic accuracy works. Everyone from the beginning, from DC fandom, was waiting for this movie. They were excited. Why? Because they felt like they were about to get the Batman movie that they always wanted. The vengeance, the fear in striking into criminals. I also felt that way, and I just was very excited. Even in my nerd table review, when we were talking about the Batman, we were just geeking out a lot. If it was really great, this movie just tells you why. Okay, the comic accuracy is very important to fans because the moment you give us that comic accuracy character, we will be there. We will enjoy it. We will give you your money. And it will tell you that having these characters just be like their characters in the comics isn't a bad thing at all. We are here for it and we are loving it. I'm telling you right now, this movie will get tons of money. And this movie is doing so well right now that it's getting two direct sequels. And I am very excited for that. Honestly, this film is great. They captured Batman perfectly when it comes to it's his detective side and everything. It was great just seeing him try to work everything. I know I said that like already, but it just felt really really great just to see him just try to figure everything out and play with his head. This captures Batman perfectly. It captures him great. It was beautifully shot. The fight scenes were amazing. Everything in this film was amazing, except that second half. It felt very dragged on. The score, man, it was phenomenal. I loved it. Nothing is gonna top my experience in when I'm watching this movie in a movie theaters in a while, except maybe Sonic 2. Like I said, man, just give us the characters that we want. There is nothing wrong being comic accuracy. And this movie will show you that reason. It has something to prove. Everyone's gonna love this film. Trust me. And I can't not wait to see it a second time. The Batman is a great film. It's a great piece of cinema. I just everything about it is just so great. I could dive into more of it, but it would lead into spoilers, and I really want everyone to watch this film for themselves. I'll tell you right now, you will have a fantastic time watching this movie in the theaters. Either you're a Batman fan or not, I know that you will have a fantastic time. Please go see this movie. Well, that is it, guys, from my movie review of The Batman 2022. Honestly, this was a great film. The cinematography was amazing. The score was phenomenal. The fight scenes were just perfect. Even though it's just a little bit, I do not care about that. It was just awesome. Why? Because besides the fight scenes, we got a great Batman played by Robert Pattinson going all full detective mode, figuring out some certain things. That is what I wanted. And we got some great side characters with the Penguin, being a little bit funny, but still kind of menacing a little bit. Then we got Zoe Kravitz as, well, you know what? I don't want to say her name incorrectly, so we got Zoe playing as Selena Kyle, aka Catwoman. I think she played a great Catwoman. Personally, I like Anne Hathaway more. So if we get to see her more in other movies, I would definitely like to see what they would do with her character. But either way, I hope you guys liked the video, because I know I did. Because I watched the movie and I'm making a video on one of the greatest movies of all time. And yeah, I think The Batman is just a really, really, really great film for both Batman fans and probably fans who probably want to get into Batman. If you don't want to read any comics, you should probably watch this film. But that is it, guys. I really hope you guys liked the video. Like I said, I already did because I watched the movie, and man, this movie was great. And as always, guys, I'll see you in the next video.